The point of this is for you to return back to source, to recognize I already am whole and complete. I am the light, but I have all of this darkness, this shadow that's overshadowing myself. And it's the experience, and a lot of times it is with a specific person, that is the catalyst of your coming back to yourself. And this is incredibly empowering because this is actually showing you who you are, who you truly are. And you're not just this physical form. You also are the God that created you. I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. We're talking about the source of everything, the creator of everything, that consciousness, that pure, unconditional, powerful, beyond our human comprehension consciousness, that power. You are also that. I love Rumi. You guys know that I love Rumi. I just love everything about Rumi's quotes, but one of his quotes was, "You are not just a drop in the ocean. You are also the mighty ocean in the drop." If you imagine just an unlimited, never-ending, vast ocean, when you are in fear of anything, that you are perceiving separation. Don't accept separation. That's an illusion. That is of the 3D conditioning. That's of the human part of you. But when you are in fear and you freeze up, you become frozen. You're in fear, you're in lack, you're in worry, you're in your victim state. You're very reactive. Anger, guilt, shame, frustration. You're feeling blamed, or you're blaming. Imagine that perfect little drop that is also the ocean, but that perfect little drop is frozen. And when the little drop is frozen, the flow of the vast intelligence and unconditional love can't move through the frozen drop. When you are in your trust and you know actually who you are, when you do that and then you are just really loving yourself, you're like really digging who you are and you're listening to yourself, you're listening to your needs, you're putting yourself first, not in a selfish, egoic, narcissistic way, but just because you should be putting yourself first. You should be loving yourself and valuing yourself and filling up your cup until the point where it flows over with love. When you get to that place and you know how sacred you are, how sacred you are, how sacred your love is, and how sacred everyone in your reality is as well, for being a catalyst to showing you that you are pure, divine, unconditional love, that you are that, then that frozen drop, it melts, and then everything is flowing through you again. I just wanted to read a little bit out of The Power of Awareness, Chapter 3, Power of Assumption, because I think that this will help a lot of you. This is all the stuff that just comes to my head when I wake up in the morning. I highly suggest that you pull yourself out, like zoom out from the things that you're manifesting if you're in a place of distrust, and listen to the audiobooks of The Power of Awareness through Master Key Society, Feeling is the Secret, and The Pearl of Great Price. A 100K watt that's another channel, has the lecture of Neville Goddard's Pearl of Great Price. So I highly recommend those things when you're in a state of distrust. It's a really good way to just pull yourself out of the BS of the 3D so you can get back in alignment with yourself, with the teachings. Chapter 3, Power of Assumption of The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves, all that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a range of consciousness is necessary before you can change, that is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. To be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. But your thoughts cannot change unless you have new ideas, for you think from your ideas. All transformation begins with an intense burning desire to be transformed. The first step in the renewing of the mind is desire. You must want to be different and intend to be before you can begin to change yourself. You must make your future dream a present fact. You do this by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. By desiring to be other than what you are, you can create an ideal of the person you want to be and assume that you are already that person. If this assumption is persistent in until it becomes your dominant feeling, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. The ideal you hope to achieve is always ready for an incarnation, but unless you yourself offer it human parentage, it is incapable of birth. Therefore, your attitude should be one in which, having your desire to express a higher state, you alone accept the task of incarnating this new and greater value of yourself. In giving birth to your ideal, you must bear in mind that the methods of mental and spiritual knowledge are entirely different. This is a point that is truly understood by probably not more than one person in a million. You know a thing mentally by looking at it from the outside, by comparing it with other things, by analyzing it and defining it, whereas you can know a thing spiritually only by becoming it. You must be the thing itself and not merely talk about it or look at it. You must be like the moth in search of his idol, the flame. You must be conscious of being healthy if you are to know what health is. You must be conscious of being secure if you are to know what security is. Therefore, to incarnate a new and greater value of yourself, you must assume that you already are what you want to be, and then live by faith in this assumption. In confidence that this new value of state of consciousness will become incarnated through your absolute fidelity to the assumption that you are that which you desire to be. This is what wholeness means, what integrity means. They mean submission of the whole self to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, in certainty that this new state of consciousness is the renewing of the mind, which transforms. I know a lot of you guys, but in the 3D, this and that. Again, that was the catalyst for you to go back within, to get empowered, to remember who you are. You're the light. So be the light and stay being the light. And one of the best ways to do that is to stop effing around with your 3D. Learn that the 3D is just previous conditioning of just the human part of you, but you are also the light that comes from within. Be the guiding light and allow yourself to be in that love, to feel safe and secure. Forgive others, forgive yourself, to pull yourself out of blame, resentment, guilt, and shame, so you can shine and be who you were actually created to be. If you want me, just reach out. I love you so much. I pray that this video helped a lot of you. I love you. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.